I think it's called An American Dream, and it's the story of Trump, how he got to where he is. And I watched it out of curiosity, and there's such a similar storyline to what you've said. Because we're speaking about like toxic masculinity, around how he was looking for his approval of his father the whole time, and to be accepted, and to be to have that love. And you can see in the pictures and the commentary and everything in the build of that, how he's developed this narcissistic or psychopathic tendency of control and domination and ego, and how this has been fostered. And we're literally at the moment living in a time right now, as we're recording this, is like we have probably the most toxic masculine example that I know of, or read of, or have witnessed, leading the free world as the president of the US. And when I look at that as in my life, the cowboys don't cry. It's such a thing that gets drilled into us when we're young. And I've seen mothers do it, like now, just going like, no crying, you're in the supermarket, we'll know this, and everything like, and there's this controlling of our emotions. And then the story for us men is that we're not allowed to cry. Like we can't cry. Crying is weakness, and the world doesn't respond to that. Look at Trump, look at anybody who's been in the power. Now, when have you seen a president cry? Ever? I don't think I've ever seen footage of a president crying. And so we don't have any examples around that being okay, which translates to me, and at least the work that I've done, is that we're not allowed to feel those feelings. So we're not allowed to feel like a failure. We're not allowed to feel inconsequential. We're not allowed to feel pain of what I see as, I suppose, the inner child of what you're speaking about. That what your brother went through, and just being able to mourn and feel the shit that was. And what I used to do was use alcohol, and then I used running, and using all of these masks on top of it that are, in my opinion, foster more toxic behavior. So I think as a guy, it's just looking at your brother and just like, this next generation needs to really be able to have a space and permission to be able to speak and process feeling, as opposed to just thinking.